Have you ever stepped into a packed environment and immediately felt your energy sink? The brightness, the commotion, the constant motion. It's as if everything around you is speaking loudly all at once. You try to appear composed, but somewhere inside a quiet voice says, "This isn't where I fit." Why do certain people feel energized by this kind of chaos while others feel overwhelmed by it? Maybe that thought has crossed your mind as well. You walk down a hectic street and every sound or expression seems to cling to your thoughts. You catch the sound of a baby wailing, a horn blasting, groups of people chatting, everything blending together. It's not about disliking others. It's about struggling to manage an overload of stimuli. Psychology offers an explanation. Individuals who feel uneasy in crowded situations often possess a highly reactive nervous system. Your mind doesn't block out background signals the way many people's does. Instead, it absorbs every detail. Lights, noises, even emotional cues. That's why spending time among too many people drains you completely. There's also a misunderstanding many have. You're not someone who shuns social contact. You're someone who pays attention. You pick up subtle cues that others overlook. Artificial smiles, laughter that sounds forced, uneasy atmospheres. You sense tension without needing words. That isn't odd. It's a sign of emotional awareness. There's another layer to why large groups unsettle you. In crowds, personal identity becomes diluted. Most people attempt to blend in, mimic the same behavior, and seek approval, but you place a high value on being genuine. Being surrounded by countless facades forces your mind into a tiring kind of performance. That's why you look for solitude, because solitude feels sincere. A lot of introverted or sensitive individuals encounter what researchers describe as a dopamine processing difference. Extroverts generate more dopamine during social interaction. It excites them. Your system produces less. As a result, what stimulates them ends up overwhelming you. It's not a defect, it's simply how your body works. This may explain why calm settings feel most refreshing to you. Walking at night, spending time in nearly empty cafes, driving alone with soft music in the background. In those scenes, your mind finally has room to breathe. You're not escaping reality. You're coming back to your own center. Scientific studies also indicate that people who avoid crowds often possess heightened empathy. Your brain internally reflects other people's emotions. Picture standing in a space full of emotional turbulence, joy, irritation, anxiety, all mixing together. It makes sense that you would feel worn out. You're not sensing one emotion at a time. You're absorbing the entire spectrum. But here's the essential point to hold on to. Preferring calm over noise doesn't make you flawed in a culture obsessed with activity and volume. You have the ability to slow your pace. You understand that silence contains meaning rather than emptiness. And the time you spend alone isn't isolation. It's reconnection with yourself. So the next time someone asks, "Why don't you talk more?" simply smile. They don't understand that you perceive the world in a way they're unable to. You interpret things with depth. You experience emotions intensely. That is what defines you. You're not turning away from life. You're safeguarding your inner balance. You're not losing opportunities. You're choosing tranquility rather than disorder. Because deep inside, you recognize that serenity has immense value. Do you happen to be the kind of person who dislikes being in the middle of a crowd? Or do such places energize you? Share your perspective in the comments. I'd like to see how many prefer quiet to clamor. If this shifted your viewpoint, consider subscribing. We explore these themes even further every week.